Welcome to day 2 of the 5-day Recurring Revenue Challenge Summit. By this time, you should have an idea of what product or service you are going to sell on a recurring basis. Today, our focus is on the importance of engaging your brand community and using their feedback to confirm your assumptions. Of course, we all know that communities can be built anywhere, and they are in fact everywhere. Just to keep things manageable for this particular challenge, we are going to get feedback on Facebook or Instagram, or both if you'd like. Your challenge assignment today is to ask for feedback. As you are doing this, be thinking about which outlet is the best one for you to focus your resources on for purposes of community building and getting repeat sales, and maybe even membership. Facebook groups are definitely suited to memberships, but there are other options. Here are a few things that you want to think about when you're deciding which community is the best one to ask for feedback. And again, you can ask more than one. Where does your target audience hang out in large numbers? If they're there in large numbers, it's probably a really good place to get feedback, especially if the engagement is high in those locations. Which social media outlets do you enjoy using the most, right? So it's not just about where people are, but it's also about what you enjoy doing. Which is easiest for you to use? Also important because some of them can be a little tricky. There's a little bit of a learning curve, and maybe it's just not easy for you to use some, but it's easier for you to use others. Pick those as long as you have your target audience there and you can get some engagement. And which gives you the most useful statistics. This is like the feedback that you get, the pie charts, all of the things that some social media outlets will give you to let you know what your engagement statistics are like. Choosing one outlet does not mean that you abandon others. It just means that you are selecting the place where you think you can get the most return for the resources that you invest in going to your community and asking for feedback. Keep in mind that the best outlet may change over time depending on how your business grows, or even depending on how the particular outlet grows over time. So are you ready to start thinking about this? Communities are everywhere. Let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into two of them, Facebook and Instagram. Facebook has basically two places where you as a business can go to get feedback. The first is your business page, and the second is your group. Your group is more insulated and private than your page. It's also more insulated and private than Instagram. You can control who comes into your group on Facebook, but you can't control who follows you or likes you or what have you on Instagram or on Facebook pages. Engagement in Facebook is mainly around personal conversation, especially where groups are concerned. Engagement on Instagram is mainly around images and pretty pictures. There are fewer bells and whistles on Facebook. There are some, but there aren't as many as there are on Instagram. On Instagram, there are filters and stickers and all sorts of things that you can use to get your target audience's attention and ask them for feedback. Facebook also has a little bit of an older population, so if you're looking for feedback, you might want to consider that. Instagram users tend to be a little bit younger. So are you ready to go to the people who matter most and ask them what they buy on a regular basis and why? Let's do this. Your day 2 challenge assignment is to post an update on Facebook or Instagram and basically ask that question. And here, right here, you can just cut and paste this on your Facebook page if you'd like. If you don't have a group, this is probably a good idea. Hey, I want your feedback about my products. Which one have you purchased more than once and why? You can also, for example, use a poll in your Facebook group. Hey, I want your feedback. Which of my products have you purchased more than once and why? And you can go ahead and list products in poll format inside your group. And you can also leave some blank poll spaces for your audience to come in and share any products that they've purchased more than once and why. And you might not have thought of those products, but they did. And then as an Instagram stories question, that's another option. Which of my products have you purchased more than once and why? And then you post that as an Instagram stories question and people have the option of answering. So those are 3 ideas that you can use. And again, you could just cut and paste these into the day 2 challenge assignment so that you can let us know where you asked and what exactly you asked. And then you also want to come back into the group and share what feedback you got. So you might want to go ahead this morning and paste your question to your community, whichever community you decide to use, and then come back several hours later and see what their answers are. And kind of compare that to what you thought on day 1 were the best products or services that you could sell on a recurring basis in your business. So that's your day 2 challenge assignment. Tell us what question you asked and where, and then tell us a little bit about the answers that you got and what they make you think in terms of the assumptions that you made the day before. All right, so let's go. We're going to be building membership community on Instagram and Facebook and getting feedback. So I will look forward to seeing everything that you guys post in the community. Share your questions, share your update, and I'll see you this afternoon for our speaker. Be sure to check your email for the link to join us and to get all the other information you need for today's activities. See you there.